We gotta keep that same energy. We gotta keep that same energy with every single fighter. That's what we gotta do. We gotta keep the same energy. Everybody don't like the truth. Everybody can't accept the truth. Salute to everybody in the chat. And all of you guys out there touching your toes, grabbing your ankles for Devin, the wet dream Haney. You are garbage truck juice. We're going to keep that same energy. That's all we're going to know how to do. And Tim, the hater Bradley, don't get me started. Don't get me started on Tim the hater Bradley. Let me start this off by cooking Tim the hater Bradley. First off, Tim Bradley said that if Ryan Garcia would beat Devin the Nostril Haney, he stated that if Ryan Garcia would beat Devin the Nostril Haney, that he would quit. He would be done. He would stop commentating. And what did bald ass Bradley do? Milk dud head ass Bradley do? What did he do? What did he do? He refused. He refused to stop commentating. Then he clapped back at Ryan, talking out of his ass as usual. And that's why I don't like Tim the hater Bradley. He has a racial bias. He went off on Ryan Garcia, and he states he personally dislikes Ryan Garcia, says Ryan Garcia has not accomplished anything and did not beat Devin Haney on a level playing field. But this is where Tim Bradley don't make sense. When Devin Haney was a middleweight fighting Vasil Lomachenko, he didn't beat him on a level playing field. But he didn't keep the same energy. He didn't keep the same energy when Floyd Mayweather put that catch weight on Canelo. He didn't beat him on a level playing field. When Floyd Mayweather missed weight against Marquez, he didn't keep the same energy and beat him on a level playing field. But now you want to be mad and hate on Ryan Garcia? I really don't understand. Why would you dislike the underdog? It's clear because Tim Bradley touches his toes and ankles for Devin the Nostril Haney. It really don't make any sense to be this big of a damn fanboy. You can't give a man his props. You can't show him any respect. This man went in there an underdog, took the fight. Everybody counted him out. And you still hating? You still hating? This man has lost his damn mind. He lost his damn mind. It really don't make any sense. It really don't make any sense. And I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you what's funny about all this. Is that Tim Bradley, you know, this guy be sucking on Devin Haney's name so much, he needs to wipe the side of his mouth off, you filthy animal. Tim Bradley, wipe the side of your mouth off from all that talking about Devin Haney. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Devin did this. Devin did that. Wipe your mouth off. What's wrong with this man? But Devin Haney, it wasn't fair. He wasn't ready. Wipe your mouth off, you nasty animal. What's wrong with Tim the hater Bradley? We're going to sit up here and play with this bald-ass, milk dud head-ass boy. What are we talking about here? And this is your king? Your king gets cooked, dropped all these time, need the referee's help, and you still making excuses, still don't want to give him any props. Wipe your mouth off. Anybody still hating on Ryan Garcia at this point, you need to wipe your mouth off, you filthy, nasty, stinking, ugly animal. It don't make any sense. But he wasn't ready. I don't give a damn if he was ready. Why is the energy change? Why is everybody switching up? Why can't we keep that same energy? See, we not keeping it. No one gave a damn when Devin Haney robbed Vasil Lomachenko. Oh, that was okay because he was white. They playing a racial double standard because Vasil Lomachenko's white and Devin Haney comes in as a middleweight. They know Devin Haney deserves all the credit. I think he won. Wipe your mouth off. You know damn well Vasil Lomachenko beat that boy ass. Wipe your mouth off. What's wrong with these guys? What's wrong with these guys? Hold on. Let me see what my brother Dwayne Styles said. He said, I love TBV. And if you don't know what TBV is, that stands for the boxing voice. And he said, I love him. But today they were the Haney voice. So they were kissing Devin Haney's ass. They were supporting Devin Haney. They weren't keeping it 100% real. They weren't honest and unbiased. And you know what? I'm going to tell you, the boxing voice, if you're listening, wipe your mouth off. Sitting up here talking about Devin Haney. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Give Ryan Garcia all the props in the world. Don't sit up here and make excuses. Wipe your damn mouth off. What's wrong with these people? You got to keep the same energy with everybody. With everybody. Ryan Garcia exposed the fraud. And you mad? And the LDBC is clearly living in hell. I mean, think about what the LDBC lost. They lost Errol Spence. They lost Deontay Wilder. They lost Devin Haney. Every time one of these guys loses their these guys are about to have a meltdown all over the internet. And that's all these, it wasn't fair. It wasn't right. Wipe your damn mouth off. Get off your knees and wipe your mouth off. It don't make any sense for all this fanboy. What are we talking about? All we talk about is facts over feelings. We don't talk about nothing else but facts over feelings. And all of these dudes is nothing but feelings. And it's disgusting. Disgusting. And I'm sick of it. The damn LDB. Anybody from the LDBC want to smoke, get your ass on here. Get your ass on here. Devin Haney been weight bullying his whole career, beating up on old men. Well, this is no country for old men, pussy. And look what happened to him. He gets exposed. But all these guys that will say, Devin Haney's the best. He's a once-in-a-generational fighter. He's just like Floyd Mayweather. Wipe your mouth off and give Ryan Garcia some credit. We got to keep the same energy. So I'm going to tell you a funny story about Clarissa Shields. Clarissa Shields says, before the fight, size don't matter. Clarissa Shields says, size don't matter. And Clarissa should know because she's always the bigger man in her fights. So Clarissa Shields says, size don't matter between Ryan and Haney. It doesn't matter. It's going to come down to skills. It's going to come down to skills. Immediately after the fight, Clarissa Shields doubles back and says, skills do matter. That wasn't fair. No, I'm sorry. She said, weight does matter. That wasn't fair. Clarissa Shields, wipe your damn mouth off. This don't make any sense. What's wrong with these damn people? What's wrong with these people? What's wrong with these people? It don't make any sense. My brother Joseph, salute to you. Shout out to you. And I'm going to give him credit. He says, how about Clarissa Shields after the fight was over? And she was with the DAZN people talking about, but she sounded like she wanted to cry. Of course she wanted to cry because the black fighter lost. How many times are people going to understand this and need to be taught this lesson? It does not matter what race you are, where you come from, what you look like. None of that matters. You know what matters? You know what matters? If you're going for greatness, if you got the skills, the power, the talent, all of that, that's what matters. But they don't care about greatness. They say, no, I'll never get whooped by a white boy. You remember Devin Haney said that? Then he got whooped by Vasil Lomachenko. Then he got whooped by a Latino and Ryan Garcia. And Diddy took his oath. What are you talking about? You done had every flavor. Every flavor. A white boy beat you in the ring. A Latino whooped your ass. And Diddy took your oath. What are we talking about? But now everybody want to be nice to Devin. Be nice. This man is always bragging and talking trash. Always. That's all he does is brag and talk trash. That's all he literally does. That's it. That's it. All he does is brag and talk trash. Now Louis says, we gotta be nice. We gotta be his friend. We gotta be his buddy. We gotta help Devin Haney. It's not fair. Wipe your mouth off. It don't make any damn sense. Devin Haney, what you want, a cookie? You need a buddy. You need a friend. Take your ass back over to Diddy's house if you need a friend. If you need a hug, you need a back rub, take your ass back over to Diddy's house. What are we talking about? This is boxing. It's these guys sitting up here talking about, no, he wasn't ready. Devin Haney's my favorite fighter. He's still great. Look what he did. Look what he did. Ryan's a bully, even though Devin Haney didn't weight bullied the whole damn world. The whole damn world, Devin Haney, bigger than everybody, but ain't nobody got a problem with it. Take your ass back to Diddy's house. What's wrong with these guys? These guys making up all these fake narratives in their feelings, trying to protect Devin Haney. Deontay Wilder got cooked. Devin Haney got cooked. Errol Spence got cooked. But you got these guys, they need to wipe off their damn mouth, moaning when they wipe their ass. Trying to please these guys. It don't make any damn sense. It really don't make no sense to be this damn stupid. It don't. My brother Mike Trade says, Nuke, that ref is racially biased as well. He is pro-black. Oh, I seen it. I mean, I must have seen it 100 times. This guy comes on here. He's slow to start to count. He really doesn't even want to count. He's giving Haney the benefit of the doubt. Devin Haney was in La La Land somewhere else. Devin Haney was in a delusion. That's what Devin Haney was. Devin Haney was dreaming. Devin Haney needed a pillow. So what did the ref do? He stalled and bought as much time for Devin Haney as he could, giving him the benefit of the doubt. But when it came to Ryan Garcia, he didn't give him a pass. He didn't help him. He didn't give a damn. He didn't give all that hugging and holding. The ref should have stepped in at some point and said, hey, Devin, this ain't Diddy's house. You got to stop grabbing and holding and hugging. You can't do that. This is a boxing ring. This is not Diddy's house. You can't do that. You can't do that here. At Diddy's house is different, but this is not Diddy's house. Keep that same damn energy. Keep that same damn. The link has been dropped. The link has been dropped. Salute to my brother Anthony. Much love and respect, my brother. We're not going to be nice to these guys. Devin Haney been bragging, talking trash, in his feelings, and everybody been giving him a pass for every damn thing he does. Every damn thing he does, he get a pass. But why did the ref warn this man? Hey, you doing too much hugging and holding. So get off of Ryan's ass. This ain't Diddy's house. This guy take his shirt off, get in a ring with the man, and he think he at Diddy's house. This ain't what that is, man. Stop it. Stop it. The diddler was the first to take his O. We got to talk that. We got to talk that. The Amazing Two says, Ryan cheated Haney. Ryan cheated. Haney would have won. Ryan was fat. UL. So the Amazing, I tell you what. Wipe your mouth off, you filthy animal. You filthy animal. This guy's probably up there being the doorman at Diddy's house, sitting up here talking about Ryan cheated. Wipe your damn mouth off, you animal. If you got a problem, if you got an issue, if you want to address me, don't mention in the comments. Get your pussy ass on here, Coochie. The link has been dropped. My brother Edgar Moreno, salute to you. What's good?
What's good, bro? What's good? I tried to get on that night of the fight, but you had a crazy ass crowd. I couldn't get on. But like I said, bro, I mean, I was trying to talk to Hit Kid, but couldn't get on there for nothing. Actually, just freaking. I'm sorry about the buzzing in the back. I'm just driving home from work, but like I was trying to get on. I'm happy at the end of it, man. Like I said it before the fight when we guys went in that previous podcast. I said, listen, bro, I gotta rock with my boy Ryan. I mean, I know it's gonna be hard. I'm not saying it's.
Welcome to Boost Mobile. Are you still there, my brother? Welcome to Metro. Are you still there, my brother? Hello, Edgar Moreno. Are you still there? This is Walmart phone service. Edgar Moreno, are you there? All right, my brother, you're not there. I can't get you on, so we're going to go to the next caller. Before we get to the next caller, I got to get this super chat in. Bernice, salute to you. She states, Devin, Dad, Ryan is too fast. I'm starting to see two of them. What do I do, Bill Haney? We'll start hitting one of them and keep clinching. No, Bill said, grab them nuts like you at Diddy's house, son. You know what to do. Grab them nuts. That's what Bill really said. Bill said, hey, Haney, Grab them nuts, Devin. Grab them nuts. The diddler's at it again. Come on, man. We got to keep the same energy. Oh, man. Salute to Bernice. My brother, Untouchable Raider. What's good with you, my brother?
What's good with you, IBF? How are you, man?
Good, my brother. Talk to me.
I just wanted to say my take on the fight. I feel like the round one, when I saw Ryan just like start getting at Haney, I knew Haney was in trouble, man. And then when I started seeing like round two, round three, I thought, Haney's just gonna finish him. But then Haney looked slow as hell, man. I'm not gonna lie. Haney looked like he had no power. Ryan looked like he was more motivated.
And you know what that was? That's all that partying at Diddy's house. I mean,
I
look,
agree, man.
when you Devin Haney, you see people trying to neglect the fact that Devin Haney's a weight bully himself. Devin Haney rehydrates massively. Devin Haney should be at welterweight. Devin Haney trying to stay with the little guy so he has an advantage. But against Ryan Garcia, Ryan had the hand speed. Ryan only had a 1-inch reach disadvantage. He's a big guy, so he didn't anticipate that Ryan would be this damn difficult. He would swing so fast and hit that hard. He didn't know. He didn't know. He messed up. It was a cherry pick gone wrong.
Right. And how could you lose to a guy like, how could you lose to a guy that was talking crap about you all month with this whole boxing preview, man? Like, how could you lose to a guy like that?
Well, this is what's funny. Devin Haney says Ryan Garcia's not even on my level. He's a C- fighter, a D- fighter. If Ryan Garcia is a C fighter, what the hell is Devin Haney? What is Haney got to be ass juice? If Ryan's a C-level fighter, a D-level fighter, Devin Haney got to be ass juice because he got his ass whooped. Were you surprised to see Devin Haney get hurt so many times?
I was, surprisingly. I was surprised.
I mean, let me ask you this. Because this is a good one. Devin Haney has no power, has no chin. He's been exposed. And now you see that he was winning them other fights because he was the massive guy. He was literally cheering when Teofimo lost to Kambosos so he could fight Kambosos 2 times, but refused to rematch Vasyl Lomachenko. Why should he deserve a rematch with Ryan Garcia?
I want to see. He doesn't deserve a rematch. I'll be real with you. But I would like to see it happen. I wouldn't mind. But, if the rematch happens, it happens,
What weight do you want it at? You want it at welterweight?
Shit, man, that's a tough one.
If that happens at 147, Ryan Garcia is going to break his face off.
Oh, he will.
He will.
And it's crazy is that, like, even before, man, people were saying that, Haney is better than Tank Davis. Haney's better than Teofimo. Haney's the face of boxing. Where are those people now, man?
They're somewhere in the corner needing to wipe their damn mouth off because they're talking about Devin Haney's better than this guy, better than that guy, better than everybody. But they're simply saying it because he had same thing as Demetrius Andre. Devin Haney reminds me of Demetrius Andre in a way that Demetrius Andre was hyped up and ain't really proved shit because he ain't never beat a top guy. Kambosos don't make Devin Haney great. And old Regis Prograis don't make Devin Haney great. Robbing Vasyl Lomachenko don't make Devin Haney great. When is he going to get in there with a young buck that could actually present him with a problem? Ryan Garcia presented him with a problem. He couldn't adjust and got cooked. But now everybody want to make excuses.
Yep. And even before, man, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm a big Tank fan. I like his attitude. I like his style. But let's be real, man. I think even before all this, I think Tank whoops Haney.
And now I'm gonna tell you this, Untouchable. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. If Tank and Haney fought today, Tank Davis would put that man in a coma.
Oh, he would.
It wouldn't even be right. Tank would put that man in a coma. And I'm not a Tank fan. I'm just keeping it 100. Tank will break this man's face and put a foot up his ass. Tank would put him in a coma. And I'm not a Tank fan, but I believe Tank would destroy him easily. Haney would probably be so damaged he could never go back to boxing. He gonna literally lay up at Diddy's house all day. It's gonna be that bad.
Dude, Tank would do more damage than Ryan.
I mean, Tank would do him worse than Tank did his own baby mama. That's how bad Tank would do him.
Right.
That's how bad he would do him, man.
Hey, man, but how you feeling about next week's fight, Munguia and Canelo?
Man, I think that's going to be a great fight, and I think Canelo Alvarez sends a message to the whole world. and does something spectacular in the fight. What are you thinking?
I think Canelo drops Munguia like later in the round though. I think Munguia will show some flashes, but I see Canelo dropping Munguia.
It's going to be a great fight, my brother.
Yeah,
Thanks for joining. Thanks for getting on. We're going to definitely get you on the next one, my brother.
Have a good one, IBFP. Have a good one, man.
You too, my brother. Go bust some cheeks. Stay away from Diddy's house. Oh, man, that's my brother. Let me get to the next one. Then I got the next person coming on. My brother, gun-toting patriot. Salute to you, my brother. Much love and respect. And he stated, one thing I could say is at least you say when you're wrong. All these boxing clown channels can say when they're wrong. And here's the thing. Sometimes people act like they're mad when they get a prediction wrong. I predicted Devin Haney to beat Ryan Garcia. I was wrong. And you know what? I'm happy I'm wrong. I'm happy I was wrong. I'm happy it didn't happen that way. I'm happy Ryan Garcia won. You know why? Because it did two things. One, it exposed Devin Haney. And two, boxing is the sport I love. And that means anything can happen on any given night. That's why boxing is one of the greatest, if not the greatest sport in the world. That's why I love boxing. That's why I love it. My brother Max Guzman, salute to you, my brother. What's good?
How are you doing, Luke?
Good, my brother. How are you?
I'm good. I just like the last guy. I tried to hop on your podcast on Saturday, but yeah, you were damn. There was a line of people wanting to talk to you, and I was one of them. This shit is crazy. I don't even know where to start. I will say this. I'll start maybe here. I don't know if you recall that I told you that on Friday night, or Friday when you had your podcast, that I said I wasn't going to watch the fight because of, all the buildup, how I don't like Haney, I don't like Ryan. I'm going to be honest, I have never had a heavy regret for missing a fight. I understand if I have to miss a fight because of work or something, but to miss a fight because I despise something is probably the biggest regret of my life. And I vow to never make that mistake again. And kind of like you, I have never been more happy to be wrong in my life.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Were you shocked when you saw when you finally did see the fight, or at least highlights of it, when you seen Ryan Garcia constantly hurting and dropping Haney, making him look confused and dazed? I mean, the man was looking bad. Were you surprised to see Devin Haney get beat up that bad?
Yes. Yes and no. Yes, because for all the hype that I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I fell victim to it. That I'm like, damn, this guy is skilled. He knows how to move. But I also forget he has been skilled with like palateros and like C-level fighters. He has been, yeah, he looks slick when he goes against a guy who is a one-trick pony. But I also forget he fought Vasily Lomachenko and got exposed, which because the fight was so disgusting, or at least the result, not the fight itself, was so disgusting that I generally forgot about it. That I literally forgot. Like I'm embarrassed to say this, I forgot about that fight. That Ryan Garcia literally exposed them. It truly felt like Benavidez and Demetrius Andre when everyone was riding the Boo Boo Andre hype train, like, oh, he's so skilled, he's so slick, nobody can beat him. But then Benavidez put a foot up his ass, and now Ryan Garcia did the same thing. For all the talk that he's such a weight bully, like, well, I don't know if you saw Regis Progress interview.
I did.
I mean, karma. You know what? Karma can be a bitch, but I think it sometimes can be beautiful. I don't even think I am. You have no idea how happy I was. I was talking to my cousin about it, and according to him, the fact that because he called me right after the fight, he told me like the fight was a majority decision. I'm like, wait, what? What do you mean majority? If the fight seemed like, because I didn't watch the fight, but based off how people saw it, it should have been unanimous. Oh my God, it's just this fight, although I'm happy Haney lost, it only made me hate him even more. The fact that Ryan Garcia won by a majority decision, and the ref, oh my God, I did see everything.
Hold on real quick, Max. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. I got a guy in the comment section, and he says, his name is Johnny Garcia, and he said, Nuke, you were hating on my boy Ryan too. Come on now. Now, I define hating as me saying things that are not true, saying things that are just lies and just making up reasons to shit on somebody. But Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia did quit against Tank Davis. Ryan Garcia was drinking, And he even admitted he was drinking all up. He was acting like a certified crackhead. Everything I said was not hate. Those were facts. Those are things that
Those were
happened.
facts. Yeah.
And so, and not only that, I gave Ryan his credit, and I ate my crow after the fight. Said I was wrong. Ryan Garcia did a great job. So me giving Ryan all the props, all the credit, eating my crow, and it only speaking factual things. That means I'm a hater.
No, not at all. As a matter of fact, it's like you said with the last guy talking to you. You, unlike those other channels, at least you're honest. This is why I like your channel. This is why you are, in my opinion, the GOAT of boxing podcasts. Because, dude, who else ever keeps the same energy? Who ever calls out anybody for their bullshit? You keep it 100% no matter what, even if you're wrong. I've been wrong. Shit, I'm not afraid to admit it, and that's what I like it. Now, as the guy who's talking shit, if I hop off, is he gonna hop on? I doubt it because he's such a pussy. Like, let him hop on right when
after you said hop off, hop on, no diddy. And whoever said that, I'm gonna tell you this. If you're a man, go ahead and click the link, Coochie, and you can get up here and talk to the landlord and explain yourself. Because there's no reason to say I'm hating when I'm keeping it real. There's a difference between keeping it real and hating. Tim Bradley's a hater. Tim Bradley's sitting up here talking about, oh, he dislikes Ryan Garcia. I never said I dislike Ryan Garcia. He said that he can't give Ryan his props. He won't give him credit. He said Ryan had an advantage, making up all these excuses. So I ain't never did nothing like that. So the fact that you sitting up here calling me a hater, you don't know what a damn hater is.
Yeah.
And my brother Nate says nobody had Ryan Garcia winning before the fight. Is that true, Max?
That is very true. I'll say it. I was one of them. If I'm being serious, I thought Haney was going to win. I mean, I wouldn't have been happy if he won, but shit. I mean, come on. Ryan Garcia, I think I can speak for all of us, fooled us all. I mean, he fooled me. I mean, hell, I didn't watch the fight, which I wish. I mean, shit. Yes, very much so, but I hope that dude at least grows a pair and goes on your podcast or hops on and tries to debunk you or something. I know he's not going to because, everybody's really tough when they're behind a keyboard until they actually step up and then they have to face the landlord himself.
That's right, my brother. I got another question for you, Max. I've been really wanting to ask you this. So Ryan Garcia has mentioned a few potential fights. Ryan Garcia mentioned Sebastian Fedora at 54. How do you see that fight? He's also mentioned Errol Spence as well. How do you see that fight? How do you see those two fights? Let's start there. How do you see Ryan Garcia versus Fedora and Ryan Garcia versus Errol Spence?
I do have maybe a question before I answer. I will admit that back when Fedora fought Tim Tszyu, I will admit I never saw that fight. I was not in at that time. So can you maybe, if it's not too much of a hassle, can you explain a little bit about the fight? I admit that was one of the other few fights I missed.
Sebastian Fedora, I beat Tim Tszyu, but I'll tell you this. Before that, Sebastian Fedora was coming off of a knockout loss. Now, most people feel like Sebastian Fedora beat Tim Tszyu because he had a ginormous gash on his face and the fight should have been stopped. Okay. Ryan Garcia sees Sebastian Fedora as a possible opponent for a world title. I think that'd be an interesting fight. There'd be an enormous height and reach gap. Ryan Garcia would have to go up to 54 to win that title. And Errol Spence is at 54, so that means Ryan Garcia could go up to 54 and fight Errol Spence, who's also coming off of a stoppage loss. We know Ryan Garcia has hand speed. We know he has power. Will it carry to 154? And can he actually beat one of these guys who both already been stopped?
That's a tough question. I'm a firm believer that any fighter, regardless of the weight class, if they can comfortably make the weight, then I say go for it. I'm a firm believer that maybe you should take it a weight class at a time. That's just my opinion. So I'd rather see him fight at 147. Now, do I think he stops? I personally think he stops Errol Spence. I mean, Errol Spence still hasn't fought since. We're coming up on July, which is a year from now, and he hasn't even had a tune-up. He hasn't even had a comeback or anything like that. So to me, unless he actually makes some sort of comeback or makes a statement against somebody who's going to give him a challenge, keep in mind, not just some, paletero who doesn't know shit about boxing or some Walmart clerk, I think he needs to, in my opinion, first take a tune-up, and then I'll take it from there. But as of now, if Errol Spence is planning on coming back to fight Garcia right off the bat with some ring rust, I'm saying I call it now, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'd have Ryan Garcia by knockout, especially because I feel that he has more speed. He still has more improvement to go, but, then what's the difference when they both have the same trainer and both never really made adjustments or, vice versa, all that stuff. As far as Fundora, you know what? I don't know. I will be honest. I actually cannot call it for that fight specifically. I just feel that Fundora's height and reach advantage is very massive. But hey, I guess I'll just leave it there.
I got one last one for you, Max.
Sure thing.
Because you're a great boxing mind. I like to ask great boxing minds great questions, and this is one that I think that you would really consider. Sure. What do you think about Devin Haney versus Isaac Pitbull Cruz? Isaac Cruz. How do you see that fight playing out if Devin Haney and Isaac Cruz get together and make that fight happen? Who wins? Devin Haney, Isaac Cruz right now?
May I ask another question? Who is Isaac Cruz's trainer?
I'm not certain.
Okay.
Is it
to me? It also I want to say it all relies on the trainer themselves. Now, here's the thing: I have always been never supportive of a father-son trainer. The only father-son fighter and a father that makes the perfect sense and has the best dynamic is Vasily Lomachenko. He and his father are the best when it comes to a father and a son because they make it work. They understand each other. And Vasily Lomachenko's father is a great mind who is willing to improve himself if he knows he's at a stalemate. If he's not improving himself, then he's not going to improve his son. All right. So with that being said, Bill Haney's, I don't know how his mind is, but he has fall off to the level of Teofimo's father and all their fathers. And I bring up trainers because I feel trainers is what makes the big deal. I believe. So to me, I have to go based off of trainer, but based off the fight, I think Isaac Cruz because I think this fight really messed up Devin Haney. It exposed him. He looks like literally a complete ass of himself. And I'm sorry, but like Isaac Cruz, he lost to Tank Davis, rather his decision or knockout or whatever.
Well, I got to interrupt you, Max. Devin Haney looks like a squirrel carrying a mouthful of nuts.
That's what I couldn't agree more.
I've never seen somebody with both sides of their face swollen, hanging down. He looked like a squirrel with a giant nose with a mouthful of nuts. And it is probably the most disgusting side of it. I mean, it makes you wonder if this guy's ever going to be the same. It makes you wonder if Devin Haney mentally is going to come back right. It makes you wonder a guy like Isaac Cruz who's going to be coming and who's going to be throwing a bunch of shots. Is Devin Haney going to be able to handle that kind of pressure after this? Because he's going to fight the guy, that Isaac Cruz is going to bring a lot of pressure, and Devin Haney's nothing more than a squirrel with a mouthful of nuts at this point.
Honestly, Nuke, I hate to say it. I don't think Devin Haney beats anybody that is an A or a B level fighter. That's the truth. Because here's the thing: thing—these guys, they have that dog in them. Like Isaac Cruz, I mean, it's no pun intended. I know he's Pitbull, but like he's got that dog in him. And the thing I love about Pitbull Cruz, and don't get me wrong, he has flaws. Is hypothetically, if he was to fight Devin Haney and he loses, dude, he's going to bounce back. And that's what I love about boxing is a guy who can take a loss, take it like a man, accept his ass whooping, and they'll come back strong, even if they need a tune-up, because that's kind of why I like about like Canelo. I know we're not in the subject of that, but like Canelo has never fought a guy who has come off a loss, rather it's decision or knockout. He wants to fight the person at their best. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So if Devin Haney is to have a tune-up fight to kind of bring himself back up and then take the Isaac Cruz, that would be a different story. But if he's going to fight Isaac Cruz right after his loss, which, to be honest, I think we're not going to hear from Devin for a while because realistically, he exposed himself so embarrassingly, but not just by the whole weight issue, how he brought himself, how he presented himself. I'm sorry, but like I said a while ago, like before COVID, I would have told you I was a Devin Haney supporter, not a fan, but a supporter. Now my mind has changed completely. And that's kind of why I like boxing this much. So
absolutely. And Max, I appreciate you coming on, man. I got a lot of callers I got to get to. Thanks for jumping on, man.
No problem.
Please join me again, my brother.
When's if you don't mind me asking, just last question since I do have to go. When's your next podcast?
The next podcast is going to be again this week. I know I already have one always set for Friday, but I mean, look, if there's a big popular demand, then we can run this back any other day. But definitely Friday, no matter what.
All right, I can't wait to hop on. You have a good one, man. I gotta get back to work.
Salute, Max.
All right, bye.
All right, and before we get to the next one, we got my brother, and he states, to all the clowns saying we were hating on Ryan Garcia. He quit versus Tank. He looked like shit versus Duarte. And even though he won and then acts crazy for all the build up to the hype, who can blame us for picking Devin Haney? And that's a certified real-ass question. Who could blame you for picking Devin Haney? It's not like you were rooting for Haney. You're just picking him based on everything you saw. That's really all you were doing. You were just picking a guy who seemed to have their mind right compared to Ryan, who seemed all over the place. And I don't think that's a hater. A hater's a guy who ain't never got nothing positive to say and who won't give credit, who won't keep it 100, and who's basically a coochie of themselves. And let's get to the next call. Before we get it, let me get my brother Morales in the building. He says, this Ryan Garcia win just fueled debates for Tank's defense for the next year. Shout out to the IBFP and Starbucks. Can't start the day without him. Salute to you, my brother. Much love and respect. And I'm going to tell you this. People acting like Tank Davis did something important. People are forgetting Tank Davis put a rehydration clause and a catch weight. They act like Tank Davis just fought Ryan Garcia and went out there and put a foot in it. No, he didn't. He's the stipulation king. What do we say? He's the stipulation king. That's what he is. My brother McGirt says Devin Haney looked like he had an allergic reaction to Ryan's fist. This man out here looking like a fake-ass hitch. This man is a squirrel with a mouthful of nuts. No diddy. Salute to my brother in the building, Mike Rodriguez. Salute to you, my brother.
Yo, Noog, what's good?
What's good? We said we were going to be here, my brother. We said we would have this conversation. Let's see, what do you think about the fight? Were you surprised that Ryan was cooking Haney, heard him so many times? And what do you think about just let's start there.
Yeah, man, I was shocked. And I want to say I was wrong. You know, I didn't give Ryan any chance against Haney, bro. I thought Haney was going to take him to school and outbox him. But I was wrong, man. You know, he really exposed Devin Haney, bro. You know, Devin Haney, he's used to having a big-ass weight advantage on people, and he didn't have that against Ryan. And he just couldn't handle Ryan's power, bro. So I take my hat out to Ryan. I'll give him his credit, bro. You know, he definitely proved me wrong. And salute to Ryan, bro. And, you know, I mean, I wish him the best going forward.
Yeah, me too, man. And what do you think about the people not wanting to give Ryan Garcia the credit? Kind of like Tim Bradley saying he's not going to quit. He's going to keep commentating. He doesn't think Ryan Garcia is that good, and he don't really want to give him credit for the win, saying he was at an advantage. What do you think about a guy like Tim Bradley and what he's been saying?
Tim Bradley, bro, he's a very, very racially motivated guy, bro. He pretty much just praises every black fighter and hates on every non-black fighter. I mean, this is the same guy. He was giving Tank credit for beating Ryan Garcia, and look what Tank did. Tank put a rehydration clause and a catch weight on him. You know, Ryan Garcia was hella weight drained for that fight, and you didn't hear Timothy Bradley bitching about that. He still gave Tank his credit. So Tank, fucking Timothy Bradley, bro, he's just fucking racially biased, bro. I can't stand that fucking piece of shit.
Thank you. I'm glad somebody said it because it needed to be said. What do you think about that referee? Because in my opinion, I don't have no proof on it, but from what I was seeing, it looked like he was favoring Devin Haney, and that looked to be racially motivated to me as well.
Yeah, he was, bro. I noticed that about that ref too. Even when Canelo fought Charlo, I felt like he was favoring Charlo. It seemed like he was getting on to Canelo for little stuff. He's racially biased, bro. It's a lot of racially biased people in the sport of boxing, and it's sad that that's how it is, bro. But that's just how it is. But yeah, that ref definitely has a big time racial issue itself. He's always pro-black fighter. Every time you got a fucking black fighter fighting a non-black fighter, and he's reffing for it, he's gonna always pick the black fighter. That's why Tank Davis was defending his ass. I don't know if you saw that. Tank Davis was defending him. And let's speak on Tank too, Nuke. Let's speak on Tank. So everybody's already talking about that. Tank Davis's resume looks better now, this and that. But my thing is, bro, Tank Davis, he should have been in the ring fighting Haney on Saturday. It shouldn't have even been Ryan. It should have been Tank fighting him. But see, Haney looked so good against Regis. Like, so Tank, he wants to fight people that don't look good. Like, He moves just like Mayweather did, bro. So now he's calling out Devin Haney. He wants to fight him now. He's all y'all motherfuckers. I'm coming for all y'all motherfuckers. Bro, you didn't have that same energy before. Now you want to fight him. You know, that's why I don't really give Tank a lot of respect, bro, because he's never going to take a fight that he feels like is a 50-50. He's only interested in fighting people that he truly believes he can beat.
That's right. Talk that shit, Mike. This is what we talking about. This is unbiased boxing talk. This is real boxing talk. All these other guys over there glazing Tank Davis, saying he got a great resume, saying he beat Ryan Garcia and he deserves credit for Devin Haney. They forgot about the 8,000 stipulations he put on Ryan Garcia. Like Tank Davis had the nuts to fight Devin Haney. He didn't have the nuts to do nothing but fight his damn baby mama.
Yeah, you know, Tank Davis, bro, he's just, man, I think he's a good fighter. Don't get me wrong, but he just, I don't know. He's just a big time cherry picker, bro. He don't want to fight anybody that he feels is a 50-50 fight. If he does fight somebody that's good, he wants to put a whole bunch of, you know, like the rehydration clause he did on Ryan. That really fucked Ryan up bad, bro, in that fight. It really did.
I never seen a guy put on two clauses, a rehydration and a catch weight. I mean, like, damn, you really want Ryan messed up.
Yeah, bro, that really fucked him up bad because Ryan, he looked a lot more powerful in this fight, and that's the thing too. Like Ryan, Tank, he won't fight Ryan at 140. He won't do it, bro. He don't want to fight nobody at 140. He's already said that he's not interested in fighting T.O. or any of them guys. That if they want to fight him, that they got to come down to 135. But he fought Barrios at 140 though, bro. You know.
Yeah, that's true. And he put a rehydration clause on Barrios.
But see, he fought Barrios. But see, he fought Barrios because he knows Barrios is a C-level fighter, bro. So he ain't got no interest in fighting T.O. or none of them guys, bro. So I don't know, Tank. He's just, I don't get like Tank. He's just, I don't know, bro. It's like he's above criticism. Like nobody ever criticizes him.
And you know, that's the problem. And the worst Tank meat lover is Southpaw 773. I mean, that guy is complete ass juice. I mean, all this guy does is talk trash. And now somebody clicked on the link and their name is Southpaw 773. So I'll tell you what, if Southpaw, if that's really you, show me your face and I'll let you on right now. Because if it's not you, I know it's a troll. So if that's Southpaw 773, real man drink water, go ahead, show me your face and I'll let you on right now. Because I don't believe it.
Yeah, click the link. So Nuke, cook your ass again.
Show me. You're blocking the screen with your camera, Coochie. Show me. He's backstage, but the guy won't show me who he is. He's going to probably try to put a picture of a dildo or something up here. Nah, I'm not saying that. If you want to show me who you are, I'll let you on right now and cook your ass. But I know you can't be the real Southpaw 773. Just show off your beanie because the real Southpaw showed off that raggedy-ass beanie and them pubic hairs on his face. So he's not afraid to show that ugly-ass mug. So if this the real Southpaw, he going to show it. He going to show it.
Yeah, if you're the real Southpaw, show your face, bro, so Nuke can cook your ass again.
That's it, man. This guy talking crazy. And I got this question for you, Mike. AJ the Dragon said, who do you think Ryan should train with? I think he should personally stay with Derrick James. That's what worked. That's what's got him right. I wouldn't change anything personally.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I agree with you 100% on that.
Yeah, and all these Tank Blazers, they don't make sense to me, man, because I just don't get it. Proctor got a comment to piggyback on what you were saying. He said, I don't rock with Tank Davis. Dude is a coward, bro. A cherry picker. Remember when the coward said hell no to a Pitbull Cruz rematch? Shaking my head. What do you think about a Tank versus Pitbull Cruz rematch?
Man, I would like to see it. I mean, you know, Tank, he's not gonna rematch him though, because Tank knows, bro, that he can't knock Pitbull Cruz out. He can't. He hit Pitbull with everything he had, and Pitbull walked right through it, bro. So, I mean, I'll give Pitbull a shot in that fight. Me personally, though, I'd rather see, if I could choose, I'd rather see Tank fight Lomachenko, bro. Either Lomachenko, Shakur Stevenson, or Teofimo Lopez. But, I mean, I would watch it again, you know?
Yeah, but you know what? He should be fighting the top guys that are ranked higher, that's regarded as the best. Why is he not fighting those guys, Mike? That's what I'm saying. Don't nobody push him. Canelo, he got to fight everybody, and he got to fight him today. But Tank Davis ain't got to fight nobody but his baby mama.
Yeah, I know, bro. That's what I mean. Like, I don't know why nobody pushes. It's like people love Tank. Like, Tank, his fans are weird to me, bro. Like, he has the weirdest fan base ever. It's like they love him so much. They don't want to see him against any top fighter because it's like they don't want to see him lose, you know?
That's it. That's exactly.
But see, they hate Canelo, so that's why they want Canelo to fight. You know, he got to fight this guy, he got to fight that guy. If he fights Benavidez, then all he needs to fight better be. Like, it just never ends because they hate Canelo so much, bro.
And literally, there's no reason to even hate this man. Sometimes I don't even understand what's wrong with boxing with all these narratives. That's why I was happy about what happened with Ryan. I was happy I got the prediction wrong. I was happy because I think that's what's good for boxing. A young fighter proving himself, letting his nuts hang, taking a chance, and going out there and beating a guy he was supposed to lose to. Much respect to Ryan Garcia for that shit.
Yeah, much respect to Ryan. What do you think about him moving up though, Nuke? Like, he's saying he wants to go fight Fundora or something like that.
Yeah, so he said he wants to fight Fundora at 54. He's looking at Errol Spence. He mentioned Connor Ben, and it even Boots. So I'm not sure exactly what direction he's going to go in, but the only thing I would tell you is with Ryan Garcia, I think he should try to test the waters first against Mario Barrios, a guy who could likely be a full WBC champion once Crawford fully vacates. I think he should test the water with a guy like that because it's his first venture at 147, and you want to kind of test the waters on that. That's what I would advise him because he's just now moving up. He's been fighting at 143 the last 2 fights.
Yeah, facts. Because when you start moving up in weight classes, it's different, bro. Because you're fighting bigger, stronger man, and these guys, they're able to absorb your power better. Because they're bigger guys. So yeah, I will say that too. I honestly don't. I heard something about he was going to fight Boots. I mean, like I said, I like Ryan. I support him all the way. He's definitely earned my respect, but I don't see him beating Boots. That's just my opinion. I think Boots is very good. I think he's a very good fighter, Jaron Ennis.
I do too. Do you think Ryan got a chance against Errol Spence? I mean, the last caller that was on said he believed that Ryan Garcia beats Errol Spence.
Man, that's a good question.
It really depends on what Errol got left.
Yeah, exactly. I would say that it depends. Old Errol back in the day, hell no. But I think he would have a chance. I probably still maybe favor Errol, bro. But I think he would have a shot though. I'd give him a shot against Errol. Yeah, for sure.
And B&B, I just dropped a link for you, my brother. And look, man, I'm gonna tell you this. Mike. The interesting thing about all of this is now it's like Devin Haney. People can kind of see the play because Devin Haney should have never. And I know Tank should have been fighting him, but I think the owner should also been on Devin Haney. If Ryan Garcia was regarded as a lower tier fighter, a guy that wasn't that good, why wasn't he trying to fight nobody else? Why was he trying to fight Ryan Garcia? And he said he was trying to fight him only because he had a name. So he was admitting to cherry picking Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, it was a cherry pick gone wrong, bro. For sure, facts. Cherry pick gone wrong for his ass, bro. Yep.
And that's what I like. That it blew up in his face.
Blew up in his face. He talked a lot of shit. He was trolling Lomachenko. Everybody's like, everybody feels bad for Haney. Like, don't troll him, bro. He was posting pictures of Lomachenko crying, calling him a bitch. I don't feel bad for Haney. He got his fucking ass whooped. It is what it is, bro. Nobody felt bad for Canelo when he lost to Dimitri Bivol. Everybody was talking bad about about Canelo,
Everybody was trolling, and then when Loma should have won and got robbed, Haney and all them idiots were posting a picture of him crying. So now Haney fanboys are the one that's crying. Haney didn't even have, and this is what disappoints me about Devin Haney. He didn't even stay for the post-fight press conference. He said he didn't break his jaw, so why didn't you stay for the post-fight? Because if Ryan would have did that shit and he lost, they would have criticized him and called him a sore loser.
Yep, exactly. But hey, Nuke, I was gonna ask you though, so since basically, Haney got his ass whooped by Ryan, so the Haney-Tank fight's dead because, based on what I saw, I think Tank knocks him out. Who do you want to see Tank fight, bro? Because, just because Haney lost, it doesn't mean Tank's off the hook. He still got to fight somebody. And who do you think gives him the best fight? Who do you think can beat him, bro?
I think Shakur Stevenson beats him 12-0. I mean, Shakur Stevenson, he's a runner, he's a track star. He's going to be boring as hell, but I think he beats Tank Davis, the speed, the skills, the abilities. I think that he makes Tank Davis look stupid and silly in the ring. That's my opinion. If Tank ever caught him, he could sleep him, but I don't think he would catch him. And I think that it's up to, especially because Tank want to hide at 135. So, okay, well, go ahead and fight the best guy there. Shakur Stevenson. He's young. He's fresh. He's a champion. There's literally no reason why you shouldn't be fighting Shakur Stevenson at 135 right now.
Yeah, what about Lomachenko? You think Lomachenko could give him some work?
I think he could, but the problem I have with Loma is you've ducked him for so long. He's got all these miles and got all the age. That would be like him trying to say, okay, I'm waiting until he's vulnerable at this point. Nah, forget that. You can get Loma after you get that Shakur Stevenson. Go get that first, then we can talk about Loma. See, he don't want to do that. He didn't already let Loma got a lot of age and miles on him. Why can't you face somebody fresh and young and ready, just like you? Because we saw what happened when Devin Haney did that. He just lost.
Yeah. I agree with that. Yeah, because Lomachenko, yeah, he is old. He's like 37 now, huh?
Somewhere around the 36, 35, somewhere in there. I'm not exactly sure of his age.
Yeah, but based off how he looked against Haney, bro, I still think Lomachenko can beat him. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I would never count Lomachenko out, but at the same time, I think that he needs to go see Shakur Stevenson. The onus that we put on other fighters, we need to start putting it on Tank Davis. You got to start with the very best because he's never fought the best.
Right. What about T.O.? Nuke, if Tank, I know he's not gonna do it, but what if he went to 140? You think T.O. can get him?
Oh, I think him and T.O. would be an interesting fight. I really don't know with T.O. because sometimes T.O.'s amazing, and the next time T.O. is like, "What are you doing?" So it depends on what Teofimo I get. If I get the focused, ready T.O., he can beat him. If I get the T.O. that's just not himself, he's gonna get cooked. So really, I don't know what T.O. would show up, but I would still like to see the fight.
Facts, bro. Facts.
Yeah, for sure. And Mike, I appreciate you coming on, my brother. Thank you so much, and we will chop it up again.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Nuke. Have a good day, brother.
You too, my brother. Salute. And in the building, we got the one and the only, my brother from another mother. Talk to him.
Mr. IBFP, what up, landlord? My boy Nuke, what's going on, bro?
Nothing much, my brother. And you know, out of all the takes in boxing, yours is the one I always look forward to the most. Yours is the one that I always got to tune in to. And I'm gonna let you take the floor because I know I know what you're gonna say is gonna be profound.
Well, look, I'm gonna start before the fight even started, bro, because I think this all started in negotiations. I think Ryan Garcia finessed him. I think Bill Haney got finessed, not only in negotiations, but in the lead up to the fight. It was all part of it. Ryan got our attention, and he got Devin Haney's attention, and he got us to focus on something other than what was actually going to happen in the ring. And the negotiations, they got caught up fighting for that belt, right? But
Yep.
You know, Ryan Garcia has never cared about a belt. So he played him. You know, they thought, and everybody thought they were going to fight for that WBC belt at 140. But Ryan has told us in the past, he don't care about belts. So he had it planned the whole time, bro. He was never there for that belt. He was just there for the victory. And they didn't notice that. They didn't see that. That should have been put in the negotiations. Maybe $1 million per pound, or maybe if you come in over 3 pounds, the fight don't happen. So them leaving that out, that was Ryan Garcia finessing them. The second part was Ryan Garcia acting crazy and erratic, had all of us focused on that. But really, he was going to come in overweight. He was going to come in the bigger man, and he was going to put a beating on Devin. But nobody thought about that because we thought he was crazy. We thought he wasn't focused. We thought he was drunk. So nobody thought about the size, the style, the belt, the weight. Nobody thought about none of that shit. And I basically blame the Haneys for getting finessed by Ryan Garcia. And then when you talk about what actually happened in the fight, bro, like there was no way that Devin Haney was going to be able to handle this dude's power. Devin Haney gets hit by almost everybody he fights.
Yep.
And everybody he has fought so far has been smaller than him. The only one that really couldn't hit him was Cambosos. But Loma hit him, JoJo hit him, Jorge hit him. Everybody touched him. So I knew that Ryan was going to touch him. I just didn't know he was going to get hit so clean. So at the end of the day, Nuke, I think 2 questions have been answered. A lot of people, you know, the narrative about Devin Haney, there's 2 talking points and 2 narratives that revolve around him. One is he's pillow-fisted. 2 is he's chinny. And I think both of those questions got answered. They're no longer questions. He's definitely pillow-fisted, and he's definitely chinny. The jab had no effect on Ryan Garcia. The overhand right and the overhand lefts had no effect on Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia ate all that shit and kept coming. And at the end of the day, Nuke, Ryan Garcia just outboxed this dude and proved that he's just too big and strong for Devin Haney. And one more thing too, Nuke, that no one's talking about, and I talked about it Friday night on Free Smoke Friday. The clinch was going to be the most horrible idea for Devin Haney to do because Ryan was going to get dirty in the clinch. Ryan was going to hit him behind the head. He was going to throw uppercuts, and that's exactly what happened. And I think a lot of times throughout the fight, Devin Haney was getting hurt in the clinch. The punches to the back of the head, to the side of the head, those were hurting Devin Haney, and they had him rattled. So then he would come out the clinch and he'd already be rattled from the punches that he just took in the clinch. And then Ryan starts beating on him again. So I just think he took a beat down, not only the clean shots that we seen land, but the punches inside the clinch that nobody's talking about. And you call them illegal, you call them whatever you want. When you're in a fucking boxing match, whatever the referee lets fly, that's part of this shit. It reminded me when Josh Taylor fought real dirty against Jose Ramirez. People called it dirty, but the referee let it happen. So if the referee's going to let it happen, you got to take full advantage of that. And I thought Ryan Garcia took full advantage. He was more physical. He was the stronger man in the ring, and he just outmaneuvered, outboxed, out-finesse everything. He just fucking basically Devin Haney served himself up on a platter. That's another thing too. One more thing, Nuke, is really, sure. Devin Haney fights for legacy. He's been fighting for belts. He's been fighting champions. And now he just switched it all up and now wanted to fight this guy for money and popularity. I get it. I wasn't against the fight. But it really went against everything Devin Haney had been doing up to this point. And that's part of the reason why he got himself in this situation, bro, because he wanted that popularity. He wanted a big fight and ended by yes.
Yeah, I mean, and look, if nothing else, he did get the popularity he was seeking. He's extremely popular now, more than he was before. Everybody knows his name now. Everybody.
And I'm just surprised that they aren't. Can you hear me, Nuke?
Yeah, I can hear you, Black.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Are you still there? I'm not sure what my brother got going on. He got some technical difficulties. I'm going to let him get it situated. Black and Brown, let me know when you got it together. I'll bring you back on. Proctor says, I think Ryan Garcia is a C fighter, but I give him much props for him challenging himself against top level. #respect. And Ryan Garcia not only challenged himself, he overcame adversity and won. G. Jesus states, clowns be using this Ryan Garcia win to prop up Stank Davis, forgetting that Stank needed weight stipulations just to fight Ryan Garcia. Southpaw can go back to Diddy. And no ducking, no life can go back to Diddy too. I see you, man. I'm going to get you on here. Drew says, they made excuses for Shakur Stevenson when he didn't make weight and said nothing about Jacobs versus Canelo. But now Ryan didn't make weight. It is excuses for Devin Haney. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Why is nobody keeping the exact same energy for anybody else? My brother Proctor says, I like T.O. over Tank. And I would bet my money. The Amazing 2 says, IBFP, you ready for the Ravens 20? This guy again. You ready for the Ravens 2025 Super Bowl champions? Oh, man. And I can't wait for Munguia to destroy Canelo. Also, I know you into trans 17-0. This guy out here is I don't even know what to say to this guy anymore. I mean, this guy. So look, let me address this. First off, you got a picture of a man on your profile. You riding these guys nuts like a rodeo show, and then you want to get up here and talk crazy. I'm gonna tell you this. Make sure the Amazing 2. Make sure you show up after Canelo Munguia. And if Munguia destroys Canelo, I will eat my crow in front of everybody. You do that. But if Canelo whoops that man's ass, you get on here. You get on here and you apologize for being a dumbass. And I want those exact words to come out of your mouth. You apologize for being a dumbass. That's what I want you to do. Mr. Calderon says, honestly, Devin Haney might be damaged good, and an ass whooping like that shortens careers. I agree, because we don't know what's going to happen with Errol Spence. We don't know if he's good. My brother Kevin says, when do the pay-per-view numbers come out? So I've been hearing the pay-per-view numbers should be out about a week after the fight. A week after the fight, they should have preliminary numbers as to what they got going on. So my hope is that we'll have that sometime towards the end of this week. Yeah. This guy, he said, IBFP, you are trans. Like, what is this guy talking about? Like, what are you talking about? This guy is weird. Look, leave your personal sex life at Diddy's house, man. I don't need that on here. Leave your personal life at Diddy's house. I don't need that on here. Let's get to the next one, man. Let's get to the next caller on here, man. I got a lot of callers. No ducking, no life. You know, what's good, man?
How's it going, man?
Pretty good, man. Talk to me. What's on your mind?
Just wanted to say, that's what I've been saying at BFP. Styles makes fights. Nobody had Ryan winning, and there you go.
There you go. And what do you want to talk about that, or you want to go in on Canelo? Because I mean, you got no ducking, no life as your handle. I mean, what is it that you got to get off your chest?
Nah, just pretty much that's what I've been. Most people thought I was crazy when I said Ryan was gonna win, and
I mean, I'm gonna tell you this: a broke clock is right, twice a day. So congratulations, a broke clock is right twice a day. So you want a cookie for it? You got lucky. You got lucky.
what was that?
I'd say a broke clock is right twice a day.
Hey, IBFP.
Yes, sir.
So my take is, I wanted to ask you, who do you think wins on Pitbull versus Ryan?
I think Ryan Garcia beats Pitbull right now. But the fight would have to be above 140 pounds. It would have to be above that because he ain't been able to make 140. So he would have to be at least 143, 145, somewhere in there. And Ryan Garcia is the A side.
That's true. The funny thing is that even though Ryan's the A side, I got Pitbull winning. So that's why, there we go again, another debate.
That's right.
I'm sure most people can agree too that it could go either way. But I got Pitbull winning just for the fact that he has great defense, unlike Ryan, and the power. I would say it's on. It's very close. But I would say it's on Ryan's side though, and speed as well.
I would put the power on Ryan over Pitbull, but I think Pitbull provides an interesting challenge to Ryan Garcia. Who do you got? Canelo Munguia. It's coming up. It's around the corner.
I think I said it on the last podcast.
So who do you got?
Just for the fact that Munguia hasn't really been tested at 168.
So you're gonna go with Canelo on that one?
Yeah.
Yo. Shut the fuck up, nigger.
Somebody is being weird.
Exactly. Where's Hit Kid at?
Oh man, Hit Kid couldn't make it, but it's all good, man. But okay. I'm gonna tell you what, man. Johnny Garcia, what's up, man? You here? You want to cook?
Yeah. What's up, brother? How are you?
Good.
Dude, this is the first time you ever get me into the spotlight, but I've been waiting my chance to even be on the podcast or something, but you never picked me, bro. So I appreciate it.
Always. Speak on it. You almost look like Ryan Garcia for a minute, man. I was like, what is Ryan doing on here?
No. Come on, dude. I mean, I'm a fan of him, but I'm a huge fan of Canelo, bro. Like that's my main dog here. I don't know, dude. I just love boxing, period. So what do you think about Pitbull and Ryan, dude?
I'm gonna tell you this. I favor Ryan in the match, but I think Pitbull can present some challenges to Ryan. I think that'd be a great fight. Yeah. And I think that's the way it goes. Were you surprised that Ryan beat Haney like that, though?
Dude, I was so shocked. I was like, God damn, I can't believe this shit was happening. It kind of reminded me of what Terrence Crawford did to Errol. But, shit, you never expect this shit to ever happen. One thing that Ryan reminded me, bro, is that he reminded me of Oscar De La Hoya, like from back in the day. He was ducking no smoke. He'll fight anybody, and sometimes he'll even shock the world. So he kind of did remind me of a little bit about Oscar. Even though Oscar, is a gold medalist, he was a true champion, all this shit, But
who do you got? Canelo Munguia the following week.
Oh, come on, bro, Canelo.
The guys on the panel with you.
What's that? Wait, what? Hey, bro, I think your mic or either I don't know, something went off. I don't know.
You're good, man.
Is Snoop talking or you just?
No. So, what do you think about no ducking, no live saying that Canelo is going to lose? He always hates on Canelo because Canelo's great. Canelo's better than all the fighters that he ever roots for.
Bro, come on, like
he can't even
Canelo.
give me. He says he's a Benavidez fan, but Canelo's done 10 times with Benavidez.
Dude, okay. So let me just address this. For Benavidez to be even near as close as Canelo, he's gotta be a 4-weight world champion. So that means he's gotta go all the way to fucking heavyweight and win a title there. He's gotta become undisputed, which I believe could be possible because he has it easier than Canelo. Like he'll just fight the winner of Better Even Vivo. Like that shit's super easy. Canelo had to hunt everyone down for the undisputed title.
Facts.
And I don't know. He's got to fight like some 20 or more world champions to even compare himself to Canelo. Like what the fuck? I just think that Benavidez, though, he's a good fighter. Don't get me wrong. He's a good fighter, but he's just a weight bully. Like all these 168 pounders that he's fighting, like the punches don't even do nothing to that motherfucker. He just comes forward like nothing, bro. Like that shit's weird. I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you something interesting, Johnny. So the guy No Ducking No Life, what he does is he roots against Canelo. So he used to have a Triple G shirt and say, "I'm all for Triple G. He's gonna beat Canelo." And then once that was done, he put on a Caleb Plant shirt. "I'm all for Caleb Plant. He's gonna beat Canelo." And then he put on a Benavidez shirt, then a Jaime Munguia shirt, then a John Ryder shirt, and it's always somebody else because the guy just can't keep the same energy, man.
Get out of here! Get out of here! That's like that at this point. Like that's just you being biased at this point. Like
it's just hater talk, bro. Like who I mean, look, Canelo doesn't come to his job and knock the fruit out of his hand. He doesn't do that. He shows him respect. Show Canelo respect. But G Jesus, what's good with you, my brother? I don't know if G Jesus is still on here. G. I'm gonna see if I can add anybody else on here. G, are you there? He must have went to do something. Edgar Moreno, salute to you.
Salute, Nuke, salute. Glad to be back on, bro. My bad, I had a little bit of problems getting back, speaking a little bit ago. But
absolutely. Let me get this question real quick. My brother Daniel Hernandez says, sorry I got here late, but did you talk about Tim Bradley yet? And if not, or yes, what is your opinion on what he had to say on the interview? Basically, Tim Bradley did not want to give Ryan Garcia the credit for beating Devin Haney, said it was an unfair fight. What do you guys think about Ryan Garcia like this?
He's just biased. He's not a man of his word, and he's just upset that his pick or his point of view on the fight, and I guess his point of view on boxing, where he's trying to up talk all the, I'm sorry to say it, black fighters like him, didn't win. It didn't go his way. So he's just, he's a sore loser. He's not a man of his word, and he's just going to continue to be that way because until ESPN sees ratings fall, he's just going to keep running his mouth.
I agree. What
Hello?
do you think about Johnny? What do you think about Tim Bradley?
Oh, let's just get Clarissa Shields and Tim Bradley out of commentary boxing for a bit, bro. You guys suck.
Yo, hello.
Yeah, G Jesus, what's good with you, my brother?
Oh, hello. Hi.
Good. Talk to me.
First thing I want to say is Ryan Garcia surprised me. I legit thought he was gonna get his ass beat and humiliated, in front of everybody, and instead he came in and whooped Haney's ass. But two, I'm sorry, but I just don't like the fact that there's a lot of people who still be shitting on Canelo, and then they be going for Benavidez, and yet Benavidez has only recently started fighting good fighters. Like literally before Plant and before Plant, who was the last guy he fought? Fucking midget David Lemieux. Like who the fuck is David Lemieux at 168? David Lemieux is literally a midget who moved up from 160. He had 4 fights at 168 against like 168 bums, and then he goes in and fights Benavidez, and he's still whooping his ass for like 2 rounds, and he's a midget. So I'm sorry, but
Hold on, G Jesus. I think no ducking, no life want to respond to that. What do you got to say to my brother G Jesus?
Okay,
He just
so
exposed you, man.
okay. Well, everybody has their opinion, you know. But what I think is Benavidez is the top dog at 168, other than Canelo.
No, he ain't.
I put
No,
Canelo
he ain't.
first, and then Benavidez second. That's why
see,
I say that's even. I think everyone can agree that that's the fight that makes the most sense for Canelo, or even Bivol rematch. But I don't know if Canelo wants that. He spoke
see
about
for
it, but let's be honest, he's had like after Bivol has been Triple G, Ryder, Charlo, a 154 guy, and now Munguia.
wait, wait,
So
wait, wait,
it's
wait,
been
wait. But
time for him
But
to make the Bivol
Charlo,
rematch.
you do realize Charlo is cutting so much weight just to fight 154-pound guys. He's
Yeah,
literally a big dude cutting so much weight. So how you gonna put that on Canelo? But Canelo's literally, if Canelo really wanted to, he could go down another weight class, and Charlo could still fucking be bigger than Canelo. So I don't know.
That's
I
facts.
don't get why people always keep using the 154 excuse. Oh, Charlo was a
okay.
154 guy, but
Facts.
Charlo is literally out here cutting so much weight. Charlo is literally like Conor McGregor. When Conor went down to 145, that motherfucker be looking like a skeleton, and he only did that because he was able to fight the midgets.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Charlo's doing
So
literally doing the same thing. Like Charlo's last fight for undisputed was fucking the Argentinian guy Brian
yeah,
Castano, and he looked fucking big as fuck. Like literally by rehydrating at fight night, bro, he be looking like two weight classes over Brian Castano. So I don't know why people and Benavidez fanboys keep saying, oh, Charlo's 154 pounder. But they ignore the fact that Charlo rehydrates to be a
yeah.
massive 154 pounder. If Charlo really wanted to, he could move up to 160 just like his brother, and he wouldn't even be a midget in that weight class. He would literally just as big as the rest of the guys. Even fucking Daniel Jacobs is fucking going down to 160 with Triple G. He'd be rehydrating close to fucking 190 pounds. So I don't understand how that's a
That's what I'm
big
saying.
deal.
What the funny thing is,
That's
I
what I'm
just want to
saying.
clear this up. Hold on, no ducking. The
Go
one
go.
thing that's funny is hold on 1 second. Jermell Charlo said that he went on record and said that he's the bigger man between him and Canelo, and if he was to beat Canelo, he was going to stay at 168. Only reason he moved back down is because he lost.
Okay.
He got his ass
So
whooped.
now can I talk at BSP?
Go for it.
Okay. So my take on that is let's like you always say, let's keep the same energy on everybody. And to be honest, in the sport of any combat sport, everybody cuts weight. Everybody does. And the rule is just to make weight. So if they decide to rehydrate 20, 30, Canelo always rehydrates a lot. And the fact that he's at 168,
What?
he doesn't hydrate as much as when he used to. Like for example, when he fought Amir Khan, he rehydrated
Oh,
30
okay.
pounds, but nobody said anything.
Okay.
It was okay because he made weight. And like I said, it's okay because if he rehydrates even 40 pounds, that's fair because that's a sport. You make weight and then you
The
decide
topic wasn't. Hold
what
on,
weight
wait a
you're
minute.
comfortable
Wait a
with.
minute. Wait a minute. The topic wasn't about weight. It was about you trying to discredit Jermell Charlo and Canelo Alvarez
For
fighting.
the weight.
Okay, hold on. But
Yeah, but Jermell Charlo, even if you could say he's a 154 pounder, but it's one thing if it was Brian Castano moving up 2 weight classes, looking like a midget at 154 compared to the other 154 pounders, and he fights Canelo. That's one thing. But when it's someone big like fucking Charlo, who could literally move up to 160 and still look just as big as the rest of the 160 pounders, I don't see how that's a problem. And it's not like Charlo was no bum. It's not like Charlo was like number 10 at 154 moving up to fight Canelo. Charlo was literally king at 154. So I don't
He
understand
was
how that's a
undisputed at
big deal.
154.
Huh?
Like the reason that I say it's a big deal is because he never fought above the limit of 154. He
Okay, it
comes
doesn't matter
heavier.
because
I
he
understand,
can still
Okay,
but
he
it's
still
not his weight class.
rehydrates.
so
He still rehydrates and looks
Everybody
bigger than fucking
rehydrates.
Canelo.
Everybody
hold on,
Yeah,
hydrates.
Jesus.
exactly. You're proving my point. Everybody
Hold on.
rehydrates.
Charlo,
So when he
Canelo, everybody.
rehydrates,
Hold on. Let me drop this jewel for you guys. Let me drop a quick jewel. No ducky, no life. Where did David
What's up?
Benavidez start fighting early in his career? What weight class?
What weight class did he start?
Early in his career, yes.
Cruiserweight.
He's been
Cruiserweight.
168 as far as I know for like 10 years.
no,
No, he was a cruiserweight.
he started at
This
cruiser.
guy,
He started
this
at
guy doesn't
cruiserweight.
even know David Benavidez' history, bro.
Bro, he
He's
started at
number one
cruiser.
fan, and he don't
He
know
could
it.
be like 300 pounds. But
Okay,
Okay,
either
so he
way, he
started at
started at
go
cruiserweight.
cruiser.
ahead.
Either
What's
way,
the
he started
question?
at cruiser. He could literally be at 175, and he wouldn't look like a midget compared to fucking Bivol, compared to Joe Smith, compared to Better BF. He would still look just as big as those guys. And now he goes to 168, and it's crazy. It's crazy how people give Benavidez so much credit for being a monster at 168, and yet
The
the
weight
last
bully.
person he fought, and then the last person he fought before Caleb Plant, before Andrade, was fucking David Lemieux. David Lemieux, who literally looked like a midget
But
at
Canelo fought
168.
Callum Smith, right?
Okay, Callum Smith is bigger than David Lemieux. So what are you talking about? Callum
And
Smith is
Callum
way
Smith is
bigger
bigger
than
than
David
David
Lemieux.
Benavidez.
Callum Smith literally went up to 175, and he didn't look as small compared to Better BF. So I don't know what's
But
the
he's bigger
problem.
than Benavidez.
Hold on.
Okay,
Who was
so
the number?
Callum
Cal,
Smith.
Hold on,
so what?
Jesus.
So what?
And
Callum Smith
Canelo
still
fought
fought.
Callum Smith at
Okay,
168.
so
Why
okay,
Canelo made
so
the fight at 168?
Hold on, one second,
Answer me.
Jesus. So hold on.
G.
Let me
Jesus.
help. I know. Let me just say this one thing, G. Jesus, and then I'm gonna let you say. The only thing about Callum Smith is that he was the number one fighter in the division, and he held the world title, and he was the World Boxing Super Series winner, and he was also the ring champion. So Canelo fighting him, he had to fight him, or he wouldn't be able to go undisputed. David Benavidez don't hold titles at 168, sir.
No one
There you
does.
go,
Not
G.
even Munguia. Munguia don't hold any titles either.
Hold on.
He's
But
fighting
neither
him.
does David Benavidez, and Benavidez
I
actually
agree.
decided to move up. But no, G. Jesus, you got the floor.
bro, either
Go.
way, either way, Benavidez at the time that Smith was fighting Canelo, like he literally didn't even have a belt. So I don't know how
I
that's a
agree.
problem.
He tested positive for coke, and I agree. I
And
agree.
whose fault is
But
that?
I
Whose
also
fault
agree
is
that
that
he
too?
worked his way up.
Whose fault is that too? And then
Whose fault was it?
again, people always
It's
keep
David's
talking
fault,
about
but he
Canelo.
also did something about it. He beat the number 2 guy, which was Plant.
Yeah, before Plant, who was it?
Darrell.
No, it was David Lemieux.
Okay.
David
Okay. Now let
Lemieux,
me ask you something. Who has done
A
more than
blown up
David at
160
168?
pounder.
who has done more than David at 168?
Than David Benavidez at
Caleb Smith,
168?
Callum
Canelo.
Smith, because he fought a
Canelo.
tournament. He fought a tournament and won.
Okay. Yes, but the my question is, for him to, for example, Munguia hasn't done more than David, and he got the fight.
Yeah, but again, David could have just activated his mandatory, and then
That's
after
true,
that, it's up
and he
to the
didn't.
WBC, huh?
He didn't activate his mandatory. I
And why
agree.
didn't he? Why didn't he?
He moved up.
And why would he do
Why?
that? Wait. He's crying. He's crying for the Canelo fight. He has the
You
mandatory
just proved a
spot.
point. He wants the Canelo fight.
So why
Okay,
move
so why
up?
didn't he activate the mandatory? You do realize Yildirim
Did you? Okay,
wasn't.
now let me
You do
ask you
realize
something. He
Yildirim
didn't.
wasn't
I
even the
agree with
number
you.
one contender when he got
Yes.
his mandatory spot.
So I'm
And
asking you, did Yildirim activate his mandatory?
yes, he
Yes.
did because he had to
No,
go
he
to
didn't. He
Mauricio.
didn't fucking
Yes,
activate
he
shit.
did. Yes, he
He
did
didn't
because he had to go
activate
to
his
Mauricio
mandatory.
Suleiman to
Okay, show me
petition
where
because he
did he
felt that they
activate it.
robbed him against Jarrell. That's why he went to Mauricio
Okay,
Suleiman, and then they gave him the
yes, he
mandatory
was
spot. And
mandatory,
guess
but
what?
did he activate it? We're talking about
Yeah,
activating.
he did activate.
Yes, and he was gonna be
Okay,
Benavidez's
where does it say that?
mandatory.
Hold on, 1 second. So he did activate it, and the reason why it
Where
was
does it say
activated.
that?
Let me
IBFP.
finish. Okay, let me respond. So when
Okay,
Canelo
cool.
Alvarez was going to fight Callum Smith, for I believe it was the WBA, when the WBC decided to make that a unification fight contingent upon Canelo Alvarez fighting the mandatory that was already due in Yildirim immediately after that fight. That's why they made that a unification fight. It wasn't for just one belt; it was for two plus the ring. Do you recall this? You don't because you don't know shit. So I'm
No,
trying to
what I'm
educate
saying
you.
is he didn't activate shit. He
Yes,
was
he
Yes, he
did.
mandatory, but he
did.
didn't
That's how we
Yes,
got
he
activate
the
it.
did.
fight.
Yes, he
He
did.
did.
He was gonna
That's how
be
we got the
Benavidez'
fight.
That's what I'm
mandatory.
saying. Where does it
And
say?
you know, hold on,
He
hold on,
was
hold on,
gonna
hold
be
on. And you,
Benavidez' mandatory. You do
hold
realize
on.
that, right?
He was Benavidez mandatory. Why are you mad at Canelo for fighting the guy Benavidez was supposed to fight?
You do realize if it wasn't for Benavidez losing the belt, he would have had to defend against Yildirim. And everybody gives Canelo shit for
Yeah,
fighting Yildirim, yet that was gonna be Benavidez' original opponent.
Yeah.
but it didn't happen.
And you know what's crazier? The fact that Yildirim didn't even win the fight before that. He literally thought he got robbed. So he went to Mauricio Suleiman and he petitioned to get the mandatory spot. So he didn't even win the fight and he still got the mandatory spot.
Man, you
That's what I'm
getting
saying.
cooked
Where does
today,
it say
boy.
that?
What do you mean that's what you're saying? No, that's not what you're saying. You literally just stayed quiet. What do you mean that's what you're saying? No.
I'm also asking.
No, that's not what you're
You're
saying.
already
That's
saying
not what
that
you're
about
saying.
Munguia, and Munguia. When did Munguia activate his mandatory? Because he was
Either
mandatory
way, who
first.
did Munguia beat though? Who did Munguia beat?
Be
His biggest
Ryder.
accomplishment
He beat
was
Ryder.
beating Ryder.
And you do realize that nobody stopped Ryder at 168, right? His last stoppage was at
We're talking about
160.
stopping. We're not talking about stopping. We're
No,
talking about
because
his
because
losses.
I remember the last live. I remember the last live. You were literally were shitting on Munguia beating Benavidez, no, beating Ryder, but Canelo was literally beating the shit out of Ryder and broke his nose. He couldn't
Yeah,
stop him, and
I
yet
agree.
Munguia was able to do that.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, the fact that
So
Munguia at
just
least proved
because,
that
so you're saying just because Munguia beat Ryder, that means
he,
and okay, he actually KO'd um Ryder Munguia and Canelo didn't. That doesn't mean that Munguia is gonna win against Canelo,
I
Hold on,
never
hold on.
said he was gonna
We
win,
never
but
said
that at
that.
least shows that it's actually a good fight, though, and that at least shows that Munguia proved something at 168. It's one thing if
what was
Munguia
Ryder's
moves.
record?
It's one thing for Munguia to move up to 168 and become pillow fisted and literally do nothing to Ryder and just win a boring decision. It's another to literally almost do the exact same Canelo did and then do it even better by actually getting the TKO. So
Or move
again,
up, or move up to 168 and fight a nobody.
yeah, exactly. But Benavidez could be fighting Demetrius Andrade, who literally did nothing at 168 and was getting dropped by fucking Damon Nicholson, who was
And
literally a bum at 168.
let me
And
ask you a question.
Benavidez before Plant and before Andrade could be fighting fucking David Lemieux, who was literally already beaten up at 160, moved up, fought four bums at 168, somehow gets Benavidez fight, and he's literally whipping Benavidez' ass for like 2 rounds. And just because of the
Yeah,
size difference,
I
Benavidez
agree.
was literally staying there, and
That's why I
he
said
didn't
that.
even bother to do anything other than just move forward and beat the shit out of a midget. But if it was David Lemieux fighting Jaime Munguia, I'm pretty sure you would not give Jaime Munguia the same credit.
And then
I
another
wouldn't.
problem is that no dunking is saying that Munguia doesn't deserve the fight. So if he doesn't deserve the fight, why did David Benavidez try to fight Jaime Munguia?
Uh, I'm gonna tell you again,
That's a
RBSP.
40
I already
bang.
told you last time, but I'll tell you again because he wanted to be in the way of preventing the Canelo Munguia fight,
He
And
could
that
have done
wasn't
that by
but that didn't
activating his
happen.
It
mandatory.
wasn't even talked about.
He could have done that by just activating the mandatory. So
Okay,
what are
and
you
like I
talking
said
about?
before, the fight could still happen in September. But what are you guys gonna say if Canelo fights Berlanga
Then it's
in
if
September?
Canelo fights Berlanga, then that's trash. Obviously,
Exactly. Thank you.
I
who
don't
gives a
support
fuck
that
about
either.
Berlanga? Who
Thank you.
gives a
But
fuck
Hey,
about Berlanga?
but at BFP, if Canelo fights Berlanga, are you gonna praise Canelo for that,
no,
or
absolutely
like you
not.
said before, you're not gonna blame Canelo?
Absolutely not. I'm not going to give him any credit for that. I'm not going to praise him for that.
Good.
That's disgusting. And I'm going to
Thank
tell
you.
you one thing: if David Benavidez does not fight the winner of Bivol Beterbiev, are you going to call him a duck because he
I'm gonna
said he's
call him a
going to fight?
duck. Yes, because he already said it from his own mouth that he's willing to. The reason for moving to 175 is to get the winner of Bivol Beterbiev, and I got Beterbiev by a slight chance from beating Bivol just for the fact of 100% KO power and KO ratio. I mean, so we'll see if he doesn't fight the winner, it's a duck.
Mark my words, Bumvitas is not fighting any one of those guys.
Bro, even no,
We'll
no,
see.
no, no, no. I'll give Benavidez credit.
Mark my
Watch.
words, he's not gonna fight them. That's why he said it
Okay.
from himself that he's gonna move to cruiserweight because he's just using them for clout. when they expose the fight, he's gonna be like, "Nah, I'm gonna move to 175."
If
And
that
then
happens,
and then
I'll
what are
come
you gonna
back
say?
here and I'll say Benavidez is the biggest duck ever. If that happens,
Oh, sure. All right.
come back.
Well, let's see that.
Well, get
Yeah.
ready to say it. And this guy's. Do you have Ryan on the pound for pound list? He's in my top 10. I don't know if he's made anybody else's, but for me, beating a supposed pound for pound fighter like Devin Haney, he had to get in the pound for pound rankings. And to our question, my brother states, dude's got a stiffy for Benavidez. So he's talking to you, no ducking, no life. You got a stiffy for Benavidez fighting Lemieux, but hate on Canelo, who fought two guys that beat Lemieux years ago in his prime. By the way, the only mandate David does is man dating. So he just body bagged you real
Bro.
quick.
Nah,
You
like
got
I
any
said by
response?
BFP, like I said, styles make fights. We all saw. Everybody had Devin winning, and we saw what happened. So
Not
I'm
me.
I'm
Not
picking
me.
David over Canelo for the same reason of styles, not resume, not anything else, but just the fact of the
Okay.
styles.
The only reason David beats Canelo is because Canelo's had too way many fights already, and he became old. That's it. Father
I
time.
knew this was coming because
No, it's not.
That's
Canelo
facts.
looked like
That's facts.
when
That's
Canelo looked
facts.
like shit against Ryder, because yes, Canelo won and dominated, but he also looked like shit. Let's be honest, against Ryder.
He literally
He had
broke
a
his nose
Everybody
and
was
bad
dropped him
hand.
thinking
three
that shit,
He had
times.
a
man.
bad
What?
hand.
Canelo's already
He had a
had
bad hand, and he.
wars.
Bro,
Okay.
he dropped him three times and
Hey,
broke his
bro.
nose, but he
Hey,
looked
bro.
like shit.
Hey,
Wow,
bro.
that's
Yeah,
crazy.
but he still looked like shit. I'm talking about Canelo's
Yeah,
face, how
that's
he looked, even
crazy.
though
He broke his fucking
Bro.
nose. He dropped him three times. He made this guy look like a faucet,
With a
it
spilling
bad
all the
wasn't
hand.
it
blood
was
With
not
a
as big as
bad hand.
accomplishment.
with a bad hand, and he
Ryder
still
wasn't
fucking
even a
whooped his ass.
top fighter at 168.
How was he not? He was in the fucking WBSS, dweeb. He
He
was
had five
literally
losses already. He had five
okay.
losses.
So what? Losses
What do you
losses
mean?
don't
So
mean
what?
much compared to the guys that you beat, and he at least beat someone like Daniel Jacobs to get his mandatory spot before he fought Canelo.
Hey, bro. What race are you?
Like I said, a Mexican. Don't like Canelo.
What
He's
the
good,
fuck?
but I don't think he's great.
Oh yeah. Who
Oh,
for
okay,
you? Who's a
okay,
great Mexican? Who's a great Mexican?
okay.
Mexican?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Julio Cesar Chavez.
Okay.
Julio
Juan
Cesar
He's
Orleans.
Chavez.
two
You do
two division
Julio
world champion. Only two
Julio
division
Cesar
world
Chavez.
champion.
See, Julio Cesar Chavez in his later career, he is legendary. But when you check on BoxRec and you check
You
the
just said that
first
he's
like 40
legendary.
something opponents that he fought before he even fought any champion, they were bums in Mexico,
I
Oh
agree.
my
which is
god!
They were
crazy.
bums.
It's crazy how
Good
people
fucking
it's
Lord
crazy how
Alice.
people hype up Chavez's 90 something record before his first loss. Yet half of those guys are bums from Mexico. That's
Cook,
crazy.
That's true. They were
cook,
bums, but still,
cook,
he's a legend. Julio
cook.
Hey,
Cesar
bro.
Chavez.
Well,
Hey,
yeah,
bro.
watch.
Hey, bro.
You're
No,
talking
Cook.
about
Hey, bro.
Mexican
yeah,
Bro, what do
yeah,
you think?
exactly.
and
Watch.
Marcus too.
What do you
Okay,
think about
Marquez.
Julio?
I'll give you Marquez.
Yeah,
Chavez is debatable for me only because he at least beat guys like Meldrick Taylor, and Meldrick Taylor was no bum. That guy was actually really good. But
controversial, but
what
it
I
was a good
hate
fight.
is when people downplay Canelo's accomplishments, but then they prop up Chavez's 90 something record before his first loss, and
The reason I say
they don't even bother to check on BoxRec to see what those 90 guys were, and like 45 of them are like a taxi driver that I could go to Mexico and find in like the street.
Yo, Pernell beat Julio, and I'm Mexican,
Oh,
bro.
not
yeah.
yo, that was bad. That was pretty bad. Pernell versus
So
Chavez, yeah,
you got
that was
Canelo number
bad.
one as Mexican fighter. What?
In
Canelo
accomplishments,
number
yeah.
Hell
one
yeah,
as a Mexican
yeah,
fighter,
yeah.
yeah,
By far.
yeah.
What about pound for
Compared to
pound though?
Chavez,
Listen, Chavez
com-
is a two division world champion. Canelo's a four division world champion. Just
Okay,
by that, he already beat him.
thank you for okay, yes, more. But let's say,
Okay, bro.
how did he become 4-time?
The fuck you mean?
By going, what the fuck?
by moving
I'm
the weight
This
asking
guy
you.
divisions.
sucks,
I
bro.
know.
Get
I
him out
know,
of
but
here.
I'm asking you, how did he become 4-time?
He beat
Well,
Sergey
He
Kovalev.
cleaned
four
up.
different weight
Kovalev,
classes, bro.
exactly. Kovalev
Okay.
wasn't the same guy who fought Andre Ward.
So
We
hold
can
on.
all agree on
He
that,
just
right?
No,
beat.
hold on. He didn't have
Okay.
to be the same guy that fought Andre Ward. Was he a
But
world
that's what
champion?
I'm saying. It wasn't
No, no, I'm asking you.
he
No, I'm
became
asking you a question.
4-time.
Hold
Go,
on. Was he a
go.
world champion? Was he a world champion?
Of course he was. That's why he
Was he,
became 4-time world
hold on. Let me
champion.
ask you a question. Let me
Go.
talk. So he was a
Go.
world champion. Was he coming off of 2 victories?
Yes.
2 undefeated guys, right?
Yes.
And he knocked them both out, didn't he?
Yes.
So he basically, you could say he crushed them, right?
No. Not
He
because
knocked
he
out
wasn't
2
the
guys
same
back
guy.
to back. He didn't crush him. That's the crusher.
The crusher was when he was in his
Did
prime
he
when he
just come
beat
off of 2
Andrew Ward.
knockout wins when he fought
Okay,
Canelo?
bro.
Yes or no?
Okay,
Yes.
bro.
And he was a world champion. Yes. You're going to
Yes.
do anything to hate Chrome Dome.
Oh, this guy
Funny
sucks.
ABFP. That's what I'm saying. How come he didn't do that to Bivol?
Hold on.
Because
So,
Bivol
hold
was
on.
better.
God,
Let me
Jesus
show you
Christ,
the
this
difference
guy.
between
Okay,
Canelo. Hold on.
you do understand Canelo started his career at 147, right, bro?
Hold on. So the difference between Canelo and Benavidez is Canelo moved up to 175 twice and fought 2 world champions. Benavidez moved up and he's fighting a guy who was previously retired. Yes or no?
Yes.
Body bag. You can't even talk. You're crazy. You can't even talk, bro.
That's what I'm saying. The reason he became 4
started
times is
looking out the
because he
window
beat a
because he don't know
Kovalev,
what
but
to
he
say.
didn't
Like,
beat
is anybody like?
the crusher. It wasn't the crusher anymore.
Oh man, get out of here! You just
I mean, either way, it's still someone bigger than Canelo. He made
It's a
Canelo look
bigger
like a
fighter, and
midget.
he's a world champion coming
Yeah.
off multiple
Did
wins. You look crazy,
did
bro.
Kovalev have a rehydration clause? Yes or no?
Was Canelo fighting at a weight class he didn't belong in? Yes or no?
No, you answer first.
No, I know. Oh, yes, he did. Yes, he did. And that was
Okay,
Canelo
body
fighting
bag
at a
right
weight
there.
class he didn't belong in. Yes or no?
He moved up.
I know.
moved
Did he
up, yeah.
belong? Was he undersized at 175? Yes or no?
Not for Kovalev, according
What?
to you guys.
Oh my God!
Yes, he was though. Yes, he was. Canelo looks like a midget against any 175
But
pounder.
rehydration clause, like I
Bro,
said.
there's
He's undersized. That one said he's
154 pounders
undersized
that
at
look bigger than
168.
Canelo.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. IBFP. How come he didn't run it back with Bivol
He tried.
He
to.
tried to.
He
Tried
didn't
to.
want
at
the rematch.
168, right?
Why would you go?
Wait, why would
He
he do
tried.
168?
No, he tried at 175.
Because I'm gonna
he
tell
fought
you
him at
why.
hold on.
Because when he lost, he was like, he had a built-up excuse.
Hold on. 1 second.
No,
1
you
second. 1 second.
dumbass. Bivol wanted it at 168, not Canelo. Canelo wanted to run back at 175, but then he started asking for fucking the stars and the moon and the sun.
And here's the problem with Bivol. Bivol said he didn't really want the rematch. He said that multiple times. His manager said we don't want the rematch. It's
Right.
Canelo every time has said he's still open to the rematch. And it's not a rematch if it's at 168. That's a different fight. A rematch is at 175. You understand? They fought at 170. That's a
And
rematch.
what does
168
Bivol
ain't no
get
rematch.
after beating him?
What?
What does Bivol get after beating him?
Hey,
Name
bro,
on his
are you a
record.
Southpaw TV fan?
Gets nothing. But
What do you
if
mean?
he beats him at
Hold
168,
on.
he gets all the belts.
Hold on. Wait a minute. So what did Bivol get out of trying to fight Haney Munguia?
Bivol, ask that question again, please.
What did Bivol get out of trying to fight Haney Munguia instead of Canelo? What did he get out of that? What would he have gotten out of that?
That didn't even happen.
He was trying to
He
make
He was
that.
trying to make the fight.
He was trying to make that fight. What did he get out of fighting Lyndon Arthur? He didn't get shit out of that, did he?
Well, we could be talking hypothetically. What are we?
No.
What
But
are
he
they
did
gonna?
fight Arthur. No. But he did fight Arthur, and he didn't fight Canelo. So he got nothing out of that. See, you got first thing you got to do, bro, is let them nuts go. Because all you're doing is sitting up for hating for no reason.
Nuke.
Yes,
How
sir.
am I hating? I just said Canelo's good. I don't think he is as great as he claims to be. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, Nuke, you gotta bring Southpaw TV in here, bro. This guy needs a partner or something. He needs to. He's getting cooked.
Keeping it real.
Mike Gray says if Better Be have knocked out Bivol, is he pound for pound 1 or 2? I think so. I think he's pound for pound 1 or 2. What do you guys think?
I don't know about 1 or 2. I don't know about that. I mean, he could be up there in the discussion for like the top 5, top 10, but I don't know about 1, 2. I don't think so.
I got Inouye at number 1, regardless.
That's who I got at 1. I mean, I got 1, 2, Canelo and Inouye.
But
I don't know.
He's the top 3. He'd be
Usyk number
undisputed,
1.
knocked out, an undefeated prime world champion. Oh yeah, I gotta put him in top 3.
Usyk.
It would also depend on Usyk versus Fury. If Usyk wins, then
Usyk as well.
Usyk would probably be pound for pound number 1.
Bro, I think Fury's pulling a fucking Ryan Garcia on all of us. He made it seem like he was off a beat against Ngannou, but he's gonna cook that ass.
If David Benavidez is the biggest weight bully in boxing, he should be fighting Tyson Fury. To be honest, why do you
Yeah.
support weight bullies, bro?
That will make him a
You asking me?
four-division world champion
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Canelo,
you.
bro.
Why do you support weight bullies in David Benavidez?
I don't, like I said before, I don't call him a weight bully because Canelo, when he used to hydrate
This ain't
30
got nothing to
pounds,
do with
he
Canelo.
wasn't a
Hold on,
weight
hold on, hold
bully.
on. Hold on,
Why
hold
does
on.
it
I
always
didn't
have to
mention
go back to
Canelo. I
Canelo?
didn't mention Canelo. I said,
Because
why do you support a
it keeps
weight
the same
bully?
energy
Hold
with
on,
everybody.
wait a minute. I didn't mention Canelo. I mentioned David Benavidez. Why do you support a weight bully like David Benavidez? Why?
I don't think Haney or
What
Benavidez,
is this
anybody's
ain't
a
got
weight
nothing to do
bully.
with nobody else? We just talking about David. Why support a
Okay,
weight bully like David?
that changes the question. Why do I like him? I just like his style.
But even though he's a weight bully,
You don't even know David's
Like I said, I
history,
don't believe in
bro.
weight bully.
you didn't even
How
know
do
he
you
was
wait,
he
wait, wait,
fought
wait,
at
wait, wait,
cruiserweight.
wait?
I
How
don't
do you
believe in
not
weight
believe
bully.
in
As long
weight
as you make
bullies?
weight, we're not getting on Ryan. He didn't make weight. That was pretty smart. But like I said before, he was heavier than Haney. So what? He won the fight. No one
Wait, how
cares.
would you know that? Did you check the fight day weights?
You can tell, bro. You can tell.
No, no, no,
You can
no.
just
The eye
tell.
test. No, fuck the eye test. I'm talking about actual articles. Did you check the fight day weights? Did you actually check how much they weighed in
Before,
when they? Huh?
before,
Before?
That's just the weigh-in.
before on the weigh-in.
No,
Exactly.
But
that's
that's
the
just the
weigh-in
weigh-in.
though.
That's
Girls
not
can
what
That's
they.
the
also
That's
weigh-in.
hydrate.
not
That's
what they
not
weigh
the
in the ring.
rehydrating weight. That's you do realize guys get bigger when they fight, right?
Hold on.
Everybody. That's what I'm saying. There's no
I'm
such
not
thing as
Okay,
a
allowed.
weight bully.
exactly. So what was the weight between Ryan and Devin in their fight?
So Haney was heavier according to you.
I'm not okay. I'm asking you a simple question. What was the weight with Ryan and Devin Haney? What
I
were
just
the
know Ryan was
weights?
heavier. That's all I'm saying.
How do you know? How do you know?
Because I just know.
There it because you just know. That's your proof.
Santiago said that is no testing. He's basically saying, "Are you slow to speak?" You're clowning, you know nothing. What do you think about all this, man?
Okay.
How do you know it's not a response?
Yo, how do you
You guys are
how do you know
funny.
the weight between Ryan and Devin? Because I just know.
Like I said before, everybody comes in heavier. So what's your point?
Oh my
I don't know.
god.
Look, man, at this point, it's officially bullying. I mean, no Justin is getting body bagged and cooked. And look, don't worry, I'm gonna save you, bro. I'm gonna save you, bro.
Go.
I'm gonna save you, bro. Look, at the end of the day, you're a David Benavidez fan, and you don't know why you're a fan. You just like him.
I
And
just said because I like his style. There's not a single boring fight from David.
there's not. There's
Okay.
not.
I said no.
You didn't even know that he fought at cruiserweight. So how you know there's not a single boring fight? That means you haven't seen all
The
his
big
fights. So how do
fights.
you know that?
For example, Canelo when he fought
What does this have to do with
Charlo,
Canelo? That ain't have
no,
nothing to do
he's
with it.
had boring fights. Canelo has
But
had
but
So
he
how do
boring
you
but
know
that's
fights.
David hasn't had boring fights? You haven't seen all of his fights. You said you didn't even know he was at cruiserweight.
I'm saying about Canelo has had
I
boring
know,
fights,
because
and I
you haven't
haven't seen
seen.
any.
But you
it
don't
always
know if
comes
And I
back
David
to
haven't
had
seen
Canelo
boring
with this
fights
stuff.
any
because
boring
you've
fight
never
from
seen him
David.
fight all of his fights. You didn't know he was at cruiserweight. You just became a David fan last year.
Nah, yesterday, bro.
I've been a David fan for a while now.
Bro, that shit was funny though. What's the weight between Ryan and Devin? I just know.
Just trust me, bro. Just trust me, bro. Just trust me, bro. That's the way. Just trust me, bro. That's how I get my source.
Bro, you got a scanner implanted in your eyes or something? Is that how you know?
Okay, so you're saying Haney was heavier. That's what I'm saying.
We're
That's
not
not what I'm
saying that.
saying.
That we're
I'm
not
just
saying
asking
that.
you a simple question because you made the assumption that Ryan was way bigger than Haney, but you don't even know the exact fight day weights. That's why I asked you the question and you couldn't answer it. And the only source you have is your own source, which is not good.
according
But
to you, like I said before, he just
No,
looks
not
heavier.
according to me, according to logic, because when someone makes an accusation like that, you gotta provide facts. You gotta at least like provide something. You couldn't even provide anything. So what are you talking about?
so you're your own source, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Hey, IBFP.
Bernice says, yeah, Tim Bradley says the same thing. He likes Benavidez, but he can't explain why. I don't know, man. I just like his style. He doesn't have boring fights, but you haven't seen all his fights. Just trust me, bro.
Bro, like watch. I like Benavidez. I think
We all like Benavidez.
his style is nice, but again, the way he's moving, the guys that he's fighting, I'll give him respect for Plant. With the Android, I won't give him respect. I'll just give him the fact that he satisfied my need of seeing Android getting fucking TKO'd because I was getting sick and tired of that clown.
Yeah,
But
and how they
other
were
than
selling the
that,
fight is that Canelo was ducking that guy. What's it called?
yeah,
That guy.
Canelo be
Yeah,
ducking everybody. Canelo be the only one
No,
ducking
I'm saying
everybody.
that's how they were
That's
selling
funny.
it. I'm saying that's how they were selling the fight. I'm
Okay.
not saying that
Yeah,
Canelo really
Canelo
ducked him or
ducked
not.
Andrade when he was fighting at 168 while Andrade was at 160.
Okay, so listen.
True.
Listen. So Louis came up with the reason why you like David Benavidez. He states they like David Benavidez because they hate Canelo. Is that accurate?
Asking me?
Yeah. Who else am I talking? Yes, you.
Yeah, well,
Do you
everybody
like
Canelo fan.
Benavidez because you don't like Canelo?
No, I don't. I think he's good, but like I said, I don't think he's great. Canelo's good, but I don't think he's all time great.
But he
His
was
resume,
undisputed.
Damn,
exactly.
bro.
But
He was
ever since he
undisputed.
became undisputed, he's been playing it safe though.
Oh my
How is
god.
he playing safe? He
Bro,
fought for
We can all agree
undisputed.
that the two biggest dogs that not anymore. I was gonna say Morel and David, but they already moved up
So, but Canelo is greater than David Benavidez, so right?
on paper. Yeah,
No,
On
not on paper.
paper. What do you mean
Yeah.
on paper?
When you
Oh,
until
compare
they
that,
their
fight.
careers, hold on. When you
Until they
compare
fight.
their careers, hold on. Wait a
on
minute.
paper is where it counts
Compare their
anyway.
careers. Had a better career. Who's going to the Hall of Fame right now?
Canelo.
Canelo.
You know that.
All right then.
You all know
So
that.
Canelo is greater, right?
Like I said, on paper.
This guy right here.
Well,
Okay.
okay, on
He's
paper
not
is
worth it
where it
Until
anymore.
they
counts.
fight.
No world titles right now, Canelo or Benavidez.
We all know Canelo.
So it's not just on paper; it's in reality. In every reality, that Canelo's just better than him, right?
What if they fight and David wins? What are you
Well,
Then
gonna
at
say?
that time,
that's a
IBFP.
big if because
then at that
Benavidez ain't
time,
I know
moving
it's a
anywhere
big if
towards that
for
fight.
either guy. But I'm
Benavidez ain't
asking
moving towards that
IBFP.
fight though.
I'm asking IBFP. What is he gonna say if the fight happens? And like
uh-huh.
you said, it's a big if. Whatever. If David
Let's
wins,
assume
what
it
are you guys
happens.
gonna say?
I'm
I
going to say
already told you.
I'm going
Bro,
to keep
I'll
the same
fucking
energy. I'm going to keep the same energy. I'm going to say David
What's gonna be
Benavidez is
that?
a great fighter. He beat Canelo Alvarez. He went in there and did what he had to do.
But you're not gonna say like what the other guy said that he lost because he's been in too many wars and stuff like that.
Well,
I'm not going to make an excuse.
yeah.
He's gonna win. If he wins, he's going to win. And I'm going to give him
No
credit. So what are
excuses,
you
right?
going to do when Canelo beats
Bro.
Benavidez? Are you going to
Okay.
say, man, I was
I'm
wrong?
gonna say the
for being a
same
hater?
thing. Canelo was a better man, like I said
Are you
before.
going to say I'm wrong for being a hater? Are you going to admit you're a
I'm
hater and
wrong.
say you're
Yeah,
sorry?
I'm wrong for being a hater. I'm gonna say it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay, well at least we got
that's
that
what
out
we
of him.
want.
I
That's what we
appreciate
want.
that, man.
Hey, I mean,
appreciate
like
that.
I'm a boxing fan, and just the
No,
fact
you're
that I like
not.
how David, I pick him because of his youth, his size, his stamina. I haven't seen him gassed out. He could win. And I think everybody knows, including Canelo, all of us, that Canelo and Benavidez is the biggest fight for Canelo right now.
Canelo resume speaks on how truly great he is. You can't say the same about David Benavidez.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's spoken from a true
I
live
still like
Canelo
David more.
Alvarez hater right here, folks. A true Canelo hater saying that Canelo's great. Even the haters can't imagine how great this man is. We got Ryan Garcia on the podcast today, man. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody stopping by. Everybody get in your final thoughts and we'll wrap this thing up. Who wants to go first?
Can I go first?
Yes, sir.
Listen, guys. I mean, I know we went a little off track. I mean, we started the conversation with the Ryan
Talking
Haney
about
fight.
Ryan.
Right. We talked about. I mean, that's what I thought what we were going with. I mean, if you remember, Nuke, I said to the Hit Kid, I said, listen, bro, I don't think it's impossible. I think he can pull it off, and I hope he can pull it off, and he did. And that's what boxing, like those. That's what the greats do. The greats don't give a shit about an O. They all lost because they all took dangerous fights. They didn't care. They didn't run from the smoke. And sooner or later, someone's gonna get caught. So all I hope is that I'm glad for Ryan, and I hope that this just makes him build an even better career now. Haney, I think, got exposed. I think he's damaged goods. We ain't gonna hear from him right now. He wants to run it back with Ryan. I don't think Ryan should give him the run back right away. But if he does, I think he's got his number, and he's just gonna beat his ass again.
All right. And who's up next? Who got the next comment?
If you want,
I mean,
I'll
if
go.
not, I could go,
Okay.
or no duck and no life could go.
I could go. Nah, like I said, I just came in to say, style makes fights. That's why I had Ryan winning, and like I said, I just want the best fights to happen. Whether I take an L or Benavidez or whatever, it don't matter as long as we have no more duckings, including Haney was ducking Shakur. We all know that. Crawford's ducking Ennis. We don't want that. In my opinion, Canelo's ducking Benavidez. We want all the fights to happen. Just like better BF Bivo. We want all top fights. No matter who wins, no matter who loses. We just want him to fight.
Okay, bro.
And that's just what I want to say.
Cool, man. Cool. And
Hopefully-
Ryan, Johnny Garcia. Ryan's
And I
cousin.
appreciate IBFP that you said that if David wins, like, what the fuck is so funny? IBFP,
what's her name?
I appreciate IBFP. I appreciate that you said that if David wins, you'll accept it, which is
Absolutely.
cool.
If David wins, I'm gonna give him all the credit, and I'm gonna give him a lot of respect for it too, man. Look, I keep the same energy.
Canelo wins.
Yeah, and you're gonna keep the same thing,
Exactly.
vice versa. So we can at least respect each other on that. Ryan's
That's why we love the sport. Yeah.
Ryan's cousin Johnny Garcia in the building. What's good?
Yo, brother. Thanks for having me. Like, I really worked my ass off for getting into this podcast or whatever, dude. Just so you guys know, my first language is Spanish, so I struggle like speaking English. It's not my nature. I live in Mexico. Yeah. That guy sucks anyway, dude. Hey, IBFP. Next time you gotta bring Salpa or someone for this guy to make some tag team. I don't know. You gotta fight. Like, this guy was getting cooked today. Anyways,
What is your
man,
name, Reese?
thanks for having me, and I hope we have I don't know. I hope I jump in next time. Thank
Always,
you,
man. Always. I appreciate
salute.
you guys. I appreciate you guys jumping on. I got one last question. Who wins between Charlie Z and Southpaw?
I got Charlie Z by
knockout.
TKO. No.
Everybody, man. Thanks for fellas.
Wait, can I say something?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh. Well, first, I just want to say thank you for having me, IBFP. I'm actually a big. This is the second time I was on your thing, on your live stream. No, but what's it called? Yeah, I remembered when I discovered you in 2020, bro. You were funny, so I had to subscribe to you. But I also like the fact that you were going against the masses with all that shit that they were talking, bro. I was close to believing them, and then as soon as I found you, and then I did my own research, I realized you were the truth. So, I'm a big fan, and what was her name? Berenice, bro. The fact that she put no frijoles, no life. You fucked up.
Heavy rolling. That's what I was
oh my god. No, but other than that, I just want to say thank you for having me, and if I'm able to, I wish I could catch up on your stream Friday. Depends on if I get out of work early or not. I hope I could get back on your live stream again. And that's pretty much it.
Always, man. And no frijoles, no life, man. You always welcome here. Salute
for sure.
man. Thanks for coming.
All right.